Okay, so day 7. First off, I just want to go over my process today, how it went. So round one, I got 40 out of 48 correct on the first try, and that is 12 minutes and 53 seconds time total. So not bad. Round two, when I took the no pile and went back through it again, there were only 8 cards in it this time. We're getting really good. I then got 6 correct that time, and it was only 3 minutes and 33 seconds. All right, and then round three, I went back through the remaining no pile. So a third time that I went through it, and I got one more correct out of the remaining two. And that was a minute and 6 seconds. And I really took my time and thought about it and tried rather than just like, nope, don't know it, flip the card. So that was only one incorrect card left at the very end. So that's pretty darn good. And I felt good today, but I was also like kind of mad that some of these are still not quite sticking yet. And I was kind of thinking about that, and I know why. And I can tell you some better techniques that are going to help you. So 3 of the 8 cards were variations of I like in Greek, which, mind you, is a reflexive and or a backwards verb, like in Spanish, like me gusta. In this case, Greek works the same way. Muerese, I like it. Or that is literally, it appeals to me. So these defy regular conjugation patterns. So there was one other tricky one which had an extra verb, which I like because I'm starting to see the infinitive form of the verbs, but nonetheless, it's a layered phrase, and it's still getting me a little. It's giving me a little trick. It is a little tricky to me. The phrase was, "I know how to swim." Sounds so. Why is this giving me problems? So easy. But it's one of the ones that are sticking, that are not, that are making me get stuck, I should say. I have not successfully memorized it yet. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to immediately start moving to the other side. So all of my yes cards from today, I flipped over when putting them back in the stack. And those, I'm going to immediately start out on the recognition side. So the much harder side. That means I'm going to be looking at it in English now and trying to remember how to say it in Greek. So those remaining 8 cards that were giving me trouble, I am going to keep them on, of course, the recognition side, because I don't feel good enough yet. Even though I went through it again and again and again today with my spaced recognition technique, I'm still not there yet to feel like I'm ready to put them to flip them over and do the new side. So that's exciting, guys, that I'm starting to do that. I'm beginning the production side of it, which is a stair step on the way to real fluency. Really being able to think something and need to say it, and then being able to successfully say it. So if those tricky ones keep giving me problems, I'm going to simplify them. Now, how might I do that? Well, I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to talk about, yes, avoiding reflexive or backward verbs early on. You're trying to recognize a pattern as quickly as possible, and you want to simplify all the noise so you can pay attention just to that pattern. So remove anything else that's getting in the way. Also, avoid stacking adjectives or extra clauses early on in the phrases. So, what do I mean by an adjective? Like, in the sentence of they are famous historians, just use they are historians. That's enough to memorize right now. You're memorizing 3 words at once, mind you, which is pretty impressive already. You're also memorizing how to conjugate the verb are. They are historians. So adding something else in right now, they are famous historians, might be a bit much. And I think back to when I first did this with Portuguese, and that's precisely what I did. I had these little baby phrases. I like, you eat, we drink, he talks, she waits, things like that. And I was able to grab onto the conjugation quickly. Of course, back then I also just did the verb. So waits, sleep. But mind you, in English, it doesn't, it's super easy to, the verb conjugation is like non existent. You just put a freaking S on it for he, she, it. That's it. Which is not the case with other languages. So you can't really take off the he, she, it, they, them in English. So when I'm explaining it right now, it sounds kind of funny in English, but that's what I initially did was just focusing on the verb conjugation. But I feel you can do yourself one better and not just do the verb, but go ahead and do the he, the she, the it, the we, and immediately do that. So your first go around, your first deck of cards, your first 40 to 50 cards, that's what you should do. So focus on fast, pattern based wins, simple verbs, simple little pronouns, present tense. Don't go in the past tense yet. It's too early for that. It's too early. Yeah, we're going to get there. But right now, we're trying to learn the present tense, so much less the past and the I have been there 3 times, the present perfects of the world and all that. Like, and the like, if I had gotten there sooner, I would be in first place. Like all that's coming. You're going to be able to do that stuff. And it's so important to be able to say things like that to really feel fluent and be able to say the things you want to be able to say and explain stuff to people, tell stories. So, yeah, just keeping simple verbs. She reads, I see, we swim. Get fluent in the basics before layering on extra stuff. That's what I'm learning right now. Otherwise, I would be probably about done with this deck of cards, moving on to the next one by now. Or I would be at the worst case scenario on the production side of things, already producing. Now, I'm already going to be able to produce a lot of these words and phrases and sounds from memory. I just don't know how many yet. So I haven't, because I haven't gotten there yet. So that's what you need to do. So keep it very simple in the beginning, and you can actually have a little higher number of cards. I got 48 cards. I recommend 50. And like I said, this new pack of cards that I bought comes with 8 little decks of pre-cut cards in different colors, which is perfect because every lesson can be a color. And every one of them is 50. I feel like that's a good number because you can easily carry around a little stack of baby cards like this without driving yourself crazy. It's not going to be a huge bulky thing. You don't have to have a backpack. You can just stick them in your pocket. Or in my case, I have a little fanny pack that I throw them into before I go running. In fact, my cards are in here right now because I know they're here and I just grab them in the morning when I run, when I go. So that's kind of nice too, just having them ready to roll. Take them with you. If you're a lady, you got a purse. Y'all carry some crazy stuff in your purses out there, okay? Ask my mama. She's got a purse that's like one of my backpacks, all right? And it's just crazy full of stuff. So you can take a little deck of cards with you a little baby deck of cards. You can do it, and it's not hard. So that's how we're looking today. Even though, like, I'm still there's a even though I have a couple of good little reasons for not feeling super great, which is that there are some words I'm still getting stuck on, some phrases I'm getting stuck on. I'm realizing why now, and I'm able to kind of backtrack that a little bit. And you can do that. I already changed some of my cards from their initial sentence that they had on it to something a little simpler. So that's just the way that you can always kind of check in on yourself. And mind you, I would even say, all right, because in the present tense, you're going to want to do like to be. You're going to want to go ahead and do all the verbs of to be, which is the verbs, the forms of to be, which is going to be 7. So you're going to want to do that, because to be is just like the most important verb of all, because what are we doing at every minute of our day? We are being. And then pick one other one, not a reflexive verb, but go ahead and pick another one and repeat all the conjugations in that verb. And then from then on, you can actually go ahead and skip to your like top 20 most important verbs and go ahead and make cards about those as well. And just do a simple little phrase. Go ahead and throw on a little, you know what? Don't even throw a third word on there. Just say like, I read, she waits. Don't even say like, I read the book. Don't even do that right now. Keep it simple. So get your to be verb. Go ahead and pick another verb, like the number one most important verb in that language, the number 2, I guess, the 1 and the 2. And then go ahead and make your 7 cards: I, you, we, she, he, it, us. So that's 14 right there. And then you've got room for another 35 cards, 36 cards. So go ahead and start knocking out some verbs. Why not? You're going to feel like you're doing stuff. You can learn the names of objects pretty easily because you can see the object. Oh, that's an apple. Okay, cool. That's called manzana in Spanish or whatever language. So those are easier because you can visually see the object and you can learn it like that, kind of like a child. However, like verbs, actions are a little harder to visualize and explain. Like, okay, the guy is walking, but he's also looking at his phone. So if somebody was to ask you, what is the man doing? Well, you could say one of any number of things that he's doing right now. So, moral of the story today, keep it simple. Pick 2 main verbs, the 2 most common verbs. Go ahead and conjugate them in the 7 conjugations. I would even say go ahead and pick again to be and go ahead and do it in the past tense. So that's 21 cards right there. And then with the remaining 30, you can pick important verbs. Just run through them. And you're going to feel like, man, I got these in no time. And it's going to be a lot more exciting than my drudgery because I made longer sentences, which is what you will end up doing later on. But in the very beginning, probably not the best idea. I would say definitely not, because look, I'm on day 7 and I'm not even on the production side yet. Now, don't get discouraged. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm only doing 30 minutes a day, tops. But I see now how I made the journey I front loaded a little bit too much, made it a little too difficult early on because I thought I was smarter than I am, I guess. And don't do that. Don't do that, guys. So you pick your top 2 verbs, Go ahead and conjugate all present tense: I, you, he, she, we, they, us. And then go ahead and take to be, do it in the past tense. That's another 7. That's 21 right there. And then use the remaining 30 cards to grab. You could even do 20 more verbs because that's pretty damn good. And then the remaining 10 cards, do some objects or even a more complex sentence with the verb that you're already using, that you already have in your cards. So either way, you got some options there, but I'm giving you a clear pathway now. I'm actually seeing the pathway and I'm giving it to you for free. Maybe eventually you'll watch some ads and I'll get some ad money, but whatever. Anyway, day 7 of documenting my journey and sharing with you what I've learned, what I'm going through, so you can see me doing this. I do want to build towards, I want to do a test so I can show you. I mean, I think you guys trust me. I'm putting my percentages and my correct answers and everything. You don't have to like doubt me, I guess, but I want to try and do a test with the native speaker so they would say it and then I would have to tell them what it means or something like that for you guys and actually have it on video. That would be ideal. We'll see about that. Well, I'm not ready for that yet, but I'm going to do something like that for sure. Or I am going to start paying a teacher very soon. Probably just do like one class a week to reinforce what I'm doing. And that's going to help me and keep me excited because I'm going to have another human being to interact with. And yeah, we'll see if I can't do like a test or something like that in the future. But for now, this is what we got. And we're going to keep moving forward every day. All right, guys. Thank you. See you on the next one.